What up, y'all? This is your boy Lucha Guy, and I'm back with another video. And one thing I want to say real quick too, please expect a few more videos before AEW's Double or Nothing. But then this video right here is gonna be about, this definitely gonna be about AEW and my advice on fans who just straight up just shitting on them early and wanting them to fail. This is gonna be some even like advice for even like not really advice, just reasons why I think fans need to stop if they want wrestling to ever be like good and mainstream again. And I will get into even a few other things. I'll say this now. What the hell is going on with even Impact? Because now Impact they're going through the same thing Lucha Underground's dealing with. Now all of a sudden Impact's dealing with a bunch of talent trying to leave. It's reported on a few dirt sheet sites that Killer Cross from Lucha Underground, known as the White Rabbit, the Rabbit Tribe leader, he wants out of Impact Wrestling. So now Impact, I know like LAX, they refuse to re-sign contracts. I know the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon, and Phoenix, they did everything anyway Impact there is to do. They won tag team titles. They feuded with pretty much everybody there. The Lucha Brothers, they want out of Impact even, I heard. They want to be exclusive only to AEW. So Impact now, they're going through the same thing Lucha Underground's dealing with, and that's this. If there's a season 5 of Lucha Underground, who the hell would be left? And as you see these two mystery men right here, if you don't know who they are, the two mystery men, well, this is Angelico and Jack Evans. It's reported that Angelico and Jack Evans have signed deals with AEW. So they will not be rebooted on the show or brought back or given a what do we call it again? A Lucha Underground. They bring somebody back under a mask. They repackage them or whatever. Like the what's his face? Big guy with the Pindar. When Pindar died off by Drago or somebody chopped off his head. Somebody chopped off his head. Weaver or Cobra Moon, or was it Daga? I think Daga chopped off Pindar's head at the Ultima Lucha 3 finale in the last 5-minute cutscene, and then he came back as Big Bad Steve. I know they repackage people all the time on Lucha Underground, but there will be no repackaging this time on pretty much because everybody want off the damn show. And they're going to have a hard time trying to sign people to new deals if the show is to ever come back. So I'm just wondering, is this downfall of Lucha Underground their fault? I was watching a video the other day of Eric Bischoff saying, like, well, he thought things were wrong at Lucha Underground. He think it's contract issues. I just don't know. Some people say funding. I forgot to say this in some of my last videos. I do know one of the real reasons why Lucha Underground why they have a hard time returning. There's new ownership over at the El Rey Network. Yes, people, there's new ownership at the El Rey Network. The previous owner, who was there from 2014 to 2018, he was a huge Lucha Libre fan since he was a kid with his family. And now the guy's gone, and the new owner, he might not care for pro wrestling. See, that's the thing. Pro wrestling is stuck in this hole right now where they're going down this sinkhole where like everybody out there don't care about wrestling. And this is like what I'm saying, but some of these fans need to back the hell off of AEW, because if AEW succeeds, and then that means WWE have to try harder and more people will want wrestling. See, I'm shocked that AEW got picked up on a big network like TNT. So it's official, and it says the war is on. I know Cody Rhodes said he doesn't really want a war with the WWE, but Chris Jericho, he went on a few podcasts and he's saying different. Chris Jericho straight up saying the war is on. I'm sure Chris Jericho, he's acting like he has no problems with Vince McMahon, but it seems like deep down something had pissed him off. I don't know, maybe Mr. McMahon's talking to people like children. Because I've heard a few reports of Triple H even having backstage heat going on with Vince McMahon. So yeah, there's just all types of drama going on over there in WWE. But this is good news that AEW was picked up on TNT. They said this is the first time, I guess in 20 years, wrestling has been on a big cable network outside of WWE. I know this is the old network that WCW was on. So I know everybody always talk about wrestling, have another boom period. Well, this could be it. If you people keep on crapping on like Bruce Blitz, who keep on shitting all over AEW before they get a start. I know Bruce was laughing, reading some New York Post, and he was saying that AEW is a new wrestling it's a new wrestling option outside of WWE. It could be possible competition. He was laughing. Like, how the hell did he does that? Like, what makes him think it's not gonna be? And I know he was saying WCW had the NWO, they had Goldberg, Sting, and that's true. But that type of talent is not out there anymore. I do think AEW took too damn long. I think if they would have started this, let's say, even in 2014 or 2015, around the time Lucha Underground was starting, I think they would have had access to a lot more available talent during that time frame. Right now, the only big name out there, honestly, is CM Punk. I'm shocked that RVD signed with like a damn Impact, because I heard Impact they're only doing 150,000 views, and when it was going live on Monday nights in 2010, when they tried to compete with WWE, they was doing what WWE is doing now. They was doing over a 2.0 in the rating. When Impact, I know one time, I know they did over 2 in the rating. I know one time they did hit over a 2. There was like the January 4th Impact, the 2010 edition. All I remember was Hogan coming out and Jeff Hardy stuck on top of a cage. That stuff was embarrassing when it was going live on Monday nights. Now this would not be the same type of war, because I think they're aiming for Tuesday. The night isn't official and the name of the show isn't official, but I think they're going to be called Tuesday Night Dynamite. A lot of people are laughing at that name. I think they could have found something a little more like jumpy. Like people said, why not Tuesday Night Wrath? That sounds too much like Monday Night Raw, but Tuesday Night Wrath or a Tuesday Night. Does this call All Elite Wrestling? Why not even a Tuesday Night? Like, what about a name like this has not been like even thought of yet? Somebody was even throwing out a name, Tuesday Night Bloodbath. I don't know how they would go for TV, but I think they could have picked up something a little bit different. You guys can let me know down below. But you guys let me know down below what kind of names would you guys have picked up for this for the show for AEW on TNT. I mean, Tuesday Night Wrath sounds pretty cool as well, honestly. Tuesday Night Wrath or something like that. Or what about even Extreme Action? Or something. Come up with some kind of other name. I know people laugh at TNA, but at least they came up with Impact. Impact at least was a name that was kind of threatening. Because Dynamite, I don't know. That doesn't really. It's not that pro wrestling to me. It sounds like something lame from the 80s. Some failed movie that was supposed to be a comedy or something. Dynamite. I mean, seriously, who says they're going into the 2020s? They should have asked the fans for a better name than that shit right there, seriously. And a lot of people, I think, are like they're thinking that they're thinking AEW is gonna fail based off other failed experiments like Jeff Jarrett's GFW. 'Cause I know Bruce bitch, honestly, he was bringing up how he thinks AEW is gonna fail. He's like, didn't we already see this before? Remember Jeff Jarrett was talking about a wrestling boom? Jeff Jarrett's name is burnt in a business, and who's gonna work for Jeff Jarrett after he said other failed vanity projects like TNA? TNA was honestly his project with Dixie Carter. It was a 50-50 ownership between Jeff Jarrett and Dixie Carter. He jumped off of the ship when he knew the ship was sinking to the point of no return. And then he started up this little GFW. He actually shut up about this once they threw him in the Hall of Fame, the WWE. And he was going around talking about there's going to be a wrestling boom. If there is, it won't be because of this failed experiment. But who's going to work for Jeff Jarrett compared to the Elite? The Elite, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, they're actually friends with a lot of guys in the business. I know CM Punk actually been hanging out with those guys. I know he appeared with them at Comic-Con. CM Punk, he was hanging out with Cody Rhodes. He was hanging out with Kenny Omega. CM Punk's already friends with those guys. So if there was ever a chance CM Punk to go back to pro wrestling, if it ain't AEW, then I assume it'll never happen. He's not getting on no plane flying over to Tokyo, Japan, and he ain't going to no cheesy, low budget ass Ring of Honor. If it ain't AEW, then I don't see it being nobody. But I remember with the footage I showed, I think I showed you guys that, but I know CM Punk, he showed up in a mask at an indie show. I'm like, why come he didn't do that at Lucha Underground? Imagine if CM Punk showed up in a mask for one of the seasons of Lucha Underground. Wouldn't that have been cool? I'm shocked he did it at a weird, no-name Milwaukee indie promotion. He could have popped up with a mask at the Lucha Underground show. That would have been cool. That would have been lit. And that would have been right there something to give Lucha Underground more ratings. And I did want to talk about this. The last champion of Lucha Underground, hopefully not never. Hopefully they can fix this. Like I said, why don't they just bring him back with 10 to 12 episodes even? Just wrap this stuff up where he left off. But the guy Jake Strong, Jake Hager, Jack Swagger, whatever you guys know him by, whatever you want to call him, he says he has heard nothing. He said he's straight up in crickets over at the LRA Network and the producers. He received no phone calls, no emails, nothing at all from the people over at LRA or the producers of Lucha Underground. He doesn't know anything about what's going on. Nobody told him anything. He's like, so I'm like Lucha Underground champion for 400 days. I haven't even defended this belt. It's like ridiculous. I hate that this guy's the last guy to be champion because he won it on such a bullshit term. After Pentagon wrestled a Cero de Miedo match with Marty the Moth, and I may actually want to do a video about that one day about why I would have booked Lucha Underground season 4 different. But yeah, Jake Hager was just saying that he was the last guy to be Lucha Underground champion, and he don't know if he ever get a chance to defend a belt again. I hate that he won it on that term. He came out, he pretty much won it from Pentagon the same way Pentagon won it from Prince Puma at the end of Ultima Lucha 3 after Prince Puma wrestled a good match with Johnny Mundo. But you guys let me know what you think about that down below. Is this the way you want Lucha Underground to end with this guy being champion? Or who would you want to walk out of the whole series as champion? But this is your boy Lucha Guy. I'm out. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't. This is like a damn shame, but who the hell will be left for season 5 if there is one? You know, who the hell will be left for season 5 of Lucha Underground if there is one? And then, like I said, AEW, people need to stop thinking they're going to fail based off other failed experiments. Like some of the mistakes that Impact was making going live on Mondays. They didn't have a plan. And please, do not ever put AEW, All Elite Wrestling, don't ever put them in the same category as this damn GFW bullshit with Jeff Jarrett. I know there was some kind of gold scheme, some kind of gold scam going on. He was talking about there was going to be a wrestling boom, blah, 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 but he was just saying that just to get, he knew at the time he was saying that from 2014 to 2016, wrestling fans were fed up and bored to death with WWE and Impact, and he just thought saying something, there's going to be a wrestling boom. He knew those were words to get fans hyped up for his little, he didn't even have a good roster anyway, honestly. His roster didn't even have good names like AEW. At least AEW do have a damn Chris Jericho. At least they do got a couple guys we're familiar with over there, like, I know the Lucha Brothers will wrestle for Double or Nothing. I mean, at least they got some people that we're familiar with. GFW, they didn't have really nobody, honestly. And I know there's old videos you could look up of the roster reveal that GFW had. Don't even think that AEW is gonna fail. And by the way, there were taped episodes for GFW Amped. They had taped episodes. They couldn't even air them because they didn't even get a real TV deal. Jeff Jarrett decided to combine GFW with he had to combine GFW with Impact Wrestling in 2016. At one point, Impact was being called GFW. That's why now they still have that network they call the Global World Network because of this shit. This Global Force Wrestling. I like to call it Garbage Field Wrestling, GFW. But yeah, this is your boy Lucha Guy. I'm out. Peace. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't. There will be more videos about AEW heading into Double or Nothing. And I still will do a video probably this upcoming week about why Gotham failed on Fox. Peace. Hit like and subscribe, and Monster Lucha slam that like and subscribe button.